We better get a Megatron this week. I'm excited.
I want it Wednesday. I don't want Friday. I want a midweek treat.
You're gonna get pissed if you don't get a Wednesday now. You know that, right?
It's your fault.
No, because I didn't say Wednesday.
You said
You're
Wednesday.
Right. But I was led to believe that it was Wednesday. But
my hopes up.
I know if we don't get it, and the thing is that's one where we're gonna need a day to play with that. Like,
I mean, yeah, because we'll probably hate it. Like,
no,
at first,
you think so,
dude?
I'm excited.
Okay, you had to pull apart your little Beast Wars because it was broken. I mean, this is a big kid toy. This isn't like some little Beast Wars thing, man.
All right, those are fighting words.
I
know what you're saying.
Too. Oh no, everybody knows that, right?
Oh no, everyone knows I screwed up on the Cheetor, but you know, oh well.
We can cut that.
Yeah, whatever.
Welcome
to another episode of Nerd Out. I am Randy. This is Brian, and we come to you. This was hopefully we can run this after we have Masterpiece Megatron.
Megatron's not here yet. No Megatron. Megatron's not here yet. Megatron. Brian, where the fuck is Megatron? Megatron!
But who knows? We have asked for letters and whatnot from viewers, and you know, we're not gonna be able to do this for everyone. But our very first full, like, passionate letter came in from Bishop. Bishop, thank you.
Thank you, Bishop.
We first and foremost appreciate it. He sent us some Titans Returns cards, this cool like cassette to go with Soundwave, and a couple drawings, of course. One was one Megatron is for you,
mine.
And Optimus is for me, and I appreciate it.
Awesome,
these are awesome,
Bishop.
man.
Thank you.
But the reason why we're gonna talk about this is because you asked some really awesome questions that need to be answered. Not gonna read the whole letter, but there's some good questions on here, and it is good. Don't you think we should answer these questions? So we'll get through this. And Bishop, you know, you said some nice stuff, and let's see. You did mention that you watch our episodes multiple times, and your family gives you a hard time.
You got good taste.
Yeah,
don't let them,
tell your family what's up. Tell them what's up. I don't wanna. I'm sure you got a lovely family, but they need to understand the.
They need to watch this too.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. So you said many things, and we'll point on some of them. One thing you did is you said it'd be cool if there were third-party companies that stick to one separate aesthetic. I think that's an awesome idea. Like, we were talking about that. Like that would be if a third-party company essentially designed their own Transformer series. Be kind of cool. No? I think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I think it would be.
Yeah. Do you guys think this is a big one? Do you guys think the third party companies should talk to each other?
I think they do.
I think they do too. I think they do too. I think I can't tell you for sure, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of these third party companies are stationed in China, and I think that they do communicate with each other, and I also do think that they share designers. I also believe that they are acquainted with Takara Tomy employees.
Oh, for sure. I mean, how do you think they know what to make?
I
think they find out Takara's gonna make it, so they disseminate this info to their buddies, or maybe the same people. I'll bet people work for both.
I bet
for Takara, and they got side projects. I mean, people do it all the time.
Absolutely.
And they should. You know,
You think they should?
Why is that?
They should. Why is that? Like, what?
Because Takara doesn't make enough stuff.
Right.
To be honest, their stuff comes out,
but
whenever they feel like
What is the point of communicating with each other? Do you think it's so that they can avoid making the same product, or does that encourage them to make the same? Because, I mean, I think we got like 3 Hoist figures in like a matter of like 3 months.
That's a good question, because I wonder if they're like trying to compete to make the better one, or like, I don't know. It's a good question.
Do you think that they have an inside scoop of what Takara Tomy's coming out with, and then they rush to get their product out first? I kind of think you do too. Like, because like Megatron, we saw 3 or is it 4 Megatron in a year. Like, that's insane. Now, to sort of contradict that, I mean, I'm sure the desire for a Megatron was so high that it only forced them to, these third-party companies, to get a Megatron out.
Where's Megatron?
But, I mean, I don't know. Like, are we going to see a glut of Jazz because Jazz is going to be on the next list?
Probably.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, I'll bet. Well, didn't they just come out with 2 Jazzes?
They came out with 1, and then they have a second one that's like in design stage, like almost designed.
You're positive there's not 2 out now?
You know what? You're right. Because there's the one that's like a modern Porsche.
Yeah,
it's not quite a.
It's a little off.
Yeah, which I actually appreciate the fact that they did that, but I think that's because it takes me to my Binotech love. And then you're right. And then there's another one coming out, and I don't remember what company it is. And again, that's 3 Jazzes at once. It's kind of questionable. And same thing with Hoist. I'll tell you though, if Hoist is the next official masterpiece, Takara could fuck off because I just like after Inferno Grapple with like as a character, like I need to see like Jazz. I need to see.
Could use a car.
I could use a Sunstreaker even.
I think that's coming.
I
think that's going to be on their short list too.
Yeah, I don't want to. I mean, like I eventually want to Hoist and Trailbreaker, but after Inferno Jazz, Grapple, like I can't. I don't want Hoist. That'd be a bad choice.
I think he's a boring character.
Yes, he's kind of. Plus, he sort of fits the same aesthetic as Grapple and Inferno, where he's sort of like a fat, weird.
Yeah, he's got a weird build.
Yeah. It's just not a very cool build. I think personally, it's all about Jazz. Like I want
Sunstreaker more, but I want both of them. Give us 2. Why not? I'd buy both.
I want to see what they're going to do with the Autobot cars again because they haven't done one in a long time, and we know that there's been a recent aesthetic change. How are they going to approach that? I want to see that. So yeah, I do think that they do communicate with each other. And then you guys, do you think that? Do you guys think that it's time to reboot the Transformers franchise? Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like 3 movies ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I agree with you. 1 and 3 are my favorite too.
Me too.
I like both of those movies. And 2 sucks.
Yeah,
4 sucks.
Yeah, absolutely.
5 is gonna suck.
It's gonna blow.
That's gonna be a suck fest.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to see it opening night.
Yeah, no, oh my god, we're gonna be, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't even understand. Like, have we talked about this on camera?
Yeah, probably, but who cares?
Yeah, these movies are made in a boardroom.
Yeah.
With Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Smoking a stogie, telling these executives, we're going to bend them over, stick it in, make $1 billion. It's fine, guys. Don't worry about it.
Right.
And that's it. There's no thought, no care, no nothing.
Hasbro has
business.
Hasbro has no balls to be like, Michael, I don't think that this is good for our franchise. But, again, we've said this before. I don't think you could argue with Michael Bay's concepts because they're making billions of dollars. So how do you argue? How can you tell Michael Bay that maybe you should tone this down if it's making billions of dollars? Like, that's what they're doing. And I liked how you, Bishop, you specifically said that you think that a new film should take place in 1984, as we discussed.
Jon Favreau.
Fuck
yeah, that'd be sweet.
How specific is that? That's so awesome. Actually, I think that's a really good choice.
I think that'd be a great idea.
I think it would be great, too. And then you said you would love to see third party. I love this part. You would love to see third parties fill in holes of the G1 toy line. And you gave examples of RC and Unicron. And I think that concept would be a great thing for a third party company to do. Make them look exactly like the G1 toys, like an RC.
They haven't.
I'm surprised they haven't either. Like, it'd be easier to design. You make a simple transformation and you make it aesthetic to fit in with the G1 toy lines.
Packaging and everything.
Oh my god.
That would be sweet.
That would be sweet. You could do RC. You could do what are those Junkion?
Yeah.
You could do a Quintesson, which wouldn't be that exciting. What else could you do?
You know what? I mean, you could do a bunch of stuff. You could actually like redo Ratchet.
Yes.
Like, just make them a robot,
right.
not make them a mech suit.
Right.
Like, just redo some of the bad ones. Or just the ones that didn't match up.
That totally didn't match up. Like, definitely. That's a really good idea. I bet you if you did an RC G1 style, like the movie figures, and, to fit in with, like, Scourge and, like, all those guys in Blur, I think people would totally buy in.
What else did they not make? I mean, they probably didn't make a ton of
He mentioned Unicron, which would be good, but that would be...
That'd be crazy.
Right. But the thing is you could make a big Unicron with, 15 steps, and it would fit in.
He just folds in and, like...
Or you could even use the... concept, they did a Unicron prototype of you could essentially look at that and sort of try to design yourself around that. But that would be a great idea. Who else did they not make that would be significant enough for them to fill that hole in G1? Like, I can't think of, like, maybe you could do like a Daniel Exo suit, but I don't think people would be as interested in something like that. But I think pretty much RC. Oh, a Skyfire.
Skyfire?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd sort of be sacrilege a little bit.
You think so?
like remaking the jet fighter. Like
Yeah.
I know it doesn't match, but that would be sweet to have one that matches a cartoon.
That would be awesome. Actually, to be honest with you, some of those third-party Skyfires they did that are supposed to...
I want that new one.
You want the new one?
Yeah.
It's big, but
It
that
is
almost
big.
looks like that could fit in with the old G1.
Mhm.
The new big one looks okay. It looks huge, but they made one before that.
It was terrible.
And
It
it's
was one
supposed
of
to
the
be
worst
terrible.
toys ever.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah.
I know Bobby Skullface pretty much like ran it over with his car. He hated it so much. Do you guys next one? Do you guys feel that it would be cool to see a CGI HBO Transformers series? I think that's also a great way for them to reach out to their more adult fan base who are more
It
interested.
depends. When you say CGI, do you mean a cartoon, or do you mean
Yeah, I
like
think
live action with CGI animation, or
my thought is that he means like CGI, because I mean like not live action, but like
Like a
Beast
cartoon.
Wars or like how they did they did the Combiner Wars series recently.
yes,
Like maybe something like that on HBO, or like how they did Netflix Voltron. But I think he's looking for something more CGI. I actually prefer the cell animation
that's
style.
what I was going to say. I'm not a fan of CGI
Me
at
neither.
all.
Me neither. And that's coming from someone who loved Beast Wars. But I'm with you. Like I think it'd be cool to see an HBO or Netflix type series, Transformers, where again they can create their own universe. And separate themselves from the actual like movie franchise.
I would like a reboot of the movie.
Me too.
Let's have Favreau do it. Why not?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll take that.
If Transformers 5, now they've got the whole like next 10 years planned out. If Transformers 5 somehow bombs, which I don't believe it will.
That would be a godsend.
Yeah, it would be. But they're planning a Bumblebee movie next.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what I don't understand about that is like, let's get away from Bumblebee. Like, why does anyone want to see like a Bumblebee-centric movie? Like, aren't they already Bumblebee-centric movies? Like, what I want is...
I think he's about to become the new leader.
He
in
is.
This movie.
I agree. You think
Like I think Prime is going to die or take off, and B is going to take
is
over.
Bumblebee the last night, or is... Oh wait, you know what? I already read somewhere where they announced what the last night was. It's Mark Donnie Wahlberg, or Marky Mark's character is
the last
night. Marky Mark, man.
Come on, really? Like, how bad is he going to be?
Terrible. Which leads into the next thing. What idea can save the Transformers? Rebooting the movie.
Rebooting it, just letting it go. I mean, but the whole thing is, it's like you say, like saving the Transformers. I mean, Transformers doing great.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're doing better than ever.
Right. they're like.
Absolutely, it's not what can
Making
save
fun.
Transformers. It's what
can save it for us.
Yeah, what can engage.
You need a nerd to get. They need to involve nerds into the creative process.
I agree. Michael Bay certainly does not fit that.
No,
description.
hell no.
Right.
No.
I mean, I think Jon Favreau is a really good choice. I think that's like just like thinking of his film style. It's not.
He'd
not
make it
stylized.
funny, but not insulting.
Right. Absolutely. It wouldn't be. Devastator with a nut
With
sack.
nuts and robots peeing on each other.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that. So that was a good question. Let's see. I thought it said, "Can you save the Transformers?" If that was the question, I think we could. What are our pet peeves? Wait, let's start. My biggest pet peeve for Transformers is what you say is figures having stress marks. I can't stand stress marks, but what are your guys' pet peeves? That's a good question.
You want to
No, you go. I want to think about that.
One of my biggest is needless gaps.
Okay.
Like I can't needless gaps.
Can you give an example?
Like on Combiner Wars, just like how all the limbs were hollow from the side.
Oh yeah.
Like that, I couldn't stand.
That's a money saving thing.
Yeah, and it pisses
I agree.
me off.
That's probably.
And then hands that don't fold in. Like I can't stand a jet with hands sticking out the back of it, or like make the hands tuck away.
I agree.
You know, like
those are good choices.
those are two of mine. I mean, I probably have a lot. I just like
mine is the design and style of the guns and swords they seem to make. Like I think in general, like they're getting a little better with it. But like when you look at G1 stuff, like they had like black or gray guns that looked like
a gun.
A gun.
Yeah, it looked serious.
Right.
You know.
I think that they've gotten a little bit better with Titan's Returns, but in general, like I want my weapons to look like weapons. I don't want them to look like. I don't want a sword to look
pink.
I don't even. Yeah,
I don't even mind.
I don't, but it's just like I want it to look like a sword, like Grimlock's sword or something.
Yeah, you know what? Because now you got me started.
Oh, go.
Yeah, Titan's Return. I hate the stupid accessories they come with that the little guy sits in.
Me too.
Like that's so stupid.
It is.
I would rather not have it.
I would too, but I do think that from a playability standpoint, like those are pretty innovative. I just don't like it. I just want my weapons. I don't want my weapon to be cast in the same colored plastic as the figure. I don't want my guy, my robot who has purple on him to have a purple gun. Like give him a black, gray, silver gun. Like let's just make it look like its own individual gun. And I like the fact that old school toys and Transformers, each character had a very like distinctive weapon. Like that was cool. And I know it's cost saving to reuse those molds. But
I'm sick and tired of them cost saving it. At our expense. Expense of money. We are, you know.
Absolutely. We buy the repaints. And we understand that some toys need to be repaints and retools. But we do that to save you money so you can provide a strong product. Yeah. So give us that strong product. I also have an issue with, you mentioned this. I'm just going to repeat that. He says, and please do not pick lack of detail. Randy, I'm looking at you. You're right. That would be it. But that really isn't a pet peeve of mine. It's just not my style choice. Like, it's just not what I want to see for what I expect from the Masterpiece line. So that's not a pet peeve. I think we pretty much got that. I'm trying to think of any others, but that pretty much, I think that pretty much covers that. That pretty much wraps it up. Everything else is just very complimentary stuff, and we really do appreciate it. This was fun.
Yeah, thank you, Bishop.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate you watching us, man.
Yeah, we're all about having these discussions and stuff. I don't know that we will be able to fully cover every letter we get of questions, but we certainly will answer them through our episodes one way or another. Yeah. And those were great questions. Thank you for the drawings. Thank you for the cassettes. Thank you for the cards. Thank you, everyone who sent us anything and watched Nerd Out. We really appreciate it. Until next time, Nerd Out!
Megatron!